Hello, Pangea. Today we're going to talk about Apple Computer. They recently held their WWDC 2024 Developer Conference, and a big emphasis of this year was Apple Intelligence, which is their artificial intelligence integration into their iOS platform. It will be released later this year, and it gives time for developers to integrate this new capabilities into their software. I, however, after watching these highlights and presentation from Apple, feel like it's an insult to human intelligence. So what we're going to do is go through their presentation. We'll pause it at different spots, and then I'll comment on why I feel that this is a bad move for Apple. And it's for you to decide how you want to interact with Apple in the future. I'm possibly thinking about moving away from Apple as my device systems for my phone, my iPad. So we'll go through it. We'll first kick off with Tim Cook introducing Apple Intelligence. Then we'll switch to Craig, one of his executives, and we'll bounce through several other people that are in the product development. We'll pause throughout it, and I'll give commentary. So with that, we'll start with Tim Cook.
Introducing Apple Intelligence, the new personal intelligence system that makes your most personal products even more useful and delightful. To tell you all about it, here's Craig.
Here's Craig. Here's Craig.
This is a moment we've been working towards for a long time. We're tremendously excited about the power of generative models. And there are already some really impressive chat tools out there that perform a vast array of tasks using world knowledge. But these tools know very little about you or your needs. With iOS 18, iPadOS 18, and macOS Sequoia, we are embarking on a new journey to bring you intelligence that understands you. Apple Intelligence is the personal intelligence system that puts powerful generative models right at the core of your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. It draws on your personal context to give you intelligence that's most helpful and relevant for you. It protects your privacy at every step, and it is deeply integrated into our platforms and throughout the apps you rely on to communicate, work, and express yourself. Let's take a closer look at Apple Intelligence, starting with its incredible capabilities. Then we'll tell you about its unique architecture.
I just love how Apple always has to add all these verbs to really just excite you. But anyway, here we go. And all these like body expressions like, isn't this great?
Sure. And after that, we'll show you how it elevates so many of your everyday experiences. Let's begin with capabilities. Apple Intelligence will enable your iPhone, iPad, and Mac to understand and create language, as well as images, and take action for you to simplify interactions across your apps. And what's truly unique is its understanding of your personal context. Language and text are fundamental to how we communicate and work, and the large language models built into Apple Intelligence deliver deep, natural language understanding, making so many of your day-to-day tasks faster and easier. For example, your iPhone can prioritize your notifications to minimize unnecessary distractions while ensuring you don't miss something important.
How is Apple to know that every single consumer, what's important to them? That's insulting again. They're going to decide, hey, this text message is more important than this other one. They don't know that. They don't know that. As much as they think their arrogance will allow them to know that, they don't. There's no way that millions and millions of people are going to be able to have AI software decide that's supposedly not run from the cloud, but on your device and know this. Not possible. Or you're going to miss very important things. People are going to feel ignored because Apple's going to decide to downrank certain things and uprank other things for you. But we'll let Craig keep on with his introduction here.
Apple Intelligence also powers brand new writing tools.
Before he just explains this, so look at these options right here on this pop-up window. He's going to explain rewriting, I believe it's an email. You can choose friendly, professional, concise. You can ask for summaries, key points, put it in a table or a list. Well, we'll let him discuss it and then I'll comment again.
that you can access system-wide to feel more confident in your writing.
So right there. So they try to make it seem like they're helping you so that you can feel more confident in your writing. Let's just hear that again from Craig.
That you can access system-wide to feel more confident in your writing.
So you're, in Apple's mind, are too dumb to write a decent email that follows basic grammar format. You're not capable of knowing when you should write a friendly or professional or concise email. You're just not able to. So they're going to write it for you. And there's going to be only one correct way of writing your email. It's the Apple way. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? They're helping you guys. They're really helping because you're too dumb.
Writing tools can rewrite, proofread, and summarize text for you. Whether you're working on an article or blog post, condensing ideas to share with your classmates, or looking over a review.
Condensing ideas to share with your classmates. Hey class, I hope you're smart because I'm not really that smart. So I'm going to have Apple do my portion of the assignment for you guys. Okay, here we go.
Before you post it online. And they're available automatically across Mail, Notes, Safari, Pages, Keynote, and even your third-party apps.
Everything that you use, we can make sure your dummy butt does not show that to anyone in the world. It is insulting. It is insulting. They think that you are dumb, and maybe you do need improvement. Then improve. Learn how to write. Learn grammar. There's plenty of tools out there. Read. Just reading, you'll learn from how other authors write to improve your writing skill.
In addition to language, Apple Intelligence offers a host of capabilities for images. From photos to emojis and GIFs, it's so much fun to express ourselves visually. And now you can create totally original images to make everyday conversations even more enjoyable.
Remember, they're totally original images. Totally original.
And because Apple Intelligence understands the people in your photo library, you can personalize these images for your conversations. So when you wish a friend a happy birthday, you can create an image of them surrounded by cake, balloon.
Totally original. That looks just like Tania, doesn't it? Aw.
And flowers to make it extra festive. And the next time you tell mom that she's your hero, you can send an image of her in a...
Mom looks a little scary. Mom's a little blurry up there, but she looks a lot better than that there. Not a good look, but it's an original look, right? Original image. So fake.
Superhero cape to really land your point. You can create images in 3 unique styles: sketch, illustration, and animation.
You have no art skills. So we're going to choose 3 ways that Apple knows best so that we can make all creative art in the world the same. You can have sketch, illustration, or animation, but our way's the best because you're not smart. You're not talented. We know what's best. We'll just zip it up for you. Look, don't these all look great? They all look so fake.
In addition to messages, this experience is built into apps throughout the system, like Notes, Freeform, Keynote, and Pages. Another way Apple Intelligence is deeply impactful is its ability to take action across your apps. The greatest source of tools for taking actions is already in your pocket with the apps you use every day. And we have designed Apple Intelligence so it can tap into these tools and carry out tasks on your behalf. So you can say things like, pull up the files that Jaws shared with me last week, or show me all the photos of Mom, Olivia, and me, or play the podcast that my wife sent the other day. We're designing Apple Intelligence to be able to orchestrate these and hundreds of other actions for
your memory is going to become more and more dependent on your electronic device to recall information. Personally, for me, I realized several months ago that my spelling capability has declined dramatically. I was trying to handwrite something out. It was just really bad. And I realized how dependent I've become on predictive text. So I have disabled it on my phone. I use Microsoft Word and Outlook mostly for my communications. I've disabled it for that as well. Re-improve my spelling capabilities because I became so dependent on just tapping on predictive text. My spelling capabilities have declined. What he just laid out there for you is, hey, I can't even remember what the podcast was. Hey, I just don't know how to retrieve this thing exactly, so I'll just have the computer do it for me.
For you, so you can accomplish more while saving time. You should not have to hand over all the details of your life to be warehoused and analyzed in someone's AI.
As I mentioned, we would be bouncing around a little bit, about to hear Craig discuss the architecture and the privacy integrated into Apple Intelligence. We'll sort of listen to this and then talk about it towards the end, because sneak preview, they're going to talk about integrating ChatGPT.
Let me tell you more about its architecture and how it's built with privacy at the core. The cornerstone of the personal intelligence system is on-device processing. We have integrated it deep into your iPhone, iPad, and Mac, and throughout your apps, so it's aware of your personal data without collecting your personal data. This is only possible through our unique integration of hardware and software and our years-long investment in building advanced silicon for on-device intelligence.
So what he's also saying is that you're going to become more and more dependent on Apple's architecture and software. All right, now we're going to hear from Justin. He's the Director of Intelligence System Experience Engineering.
Apple Intelligence unlocks incredible new ways to enhance your writing. Whether you're tidying up your hastily written class notes, ensuring your blog post reads just right on WordPress, or making sure your email is perfectly crafted. Let's use Mail to take a closer look at how the system-wide writing tools can help you communicate even more effectively. Rewrite gives you different versions of what you've written, so you can choose the one you like best.
They think you can't write. You have no grammar skills. So they're going to give you options to rewrite so that you can cheat and make people feel like you're smart. So if you have bad skills, it's on you to become better. If you use this, then you're fake.
This is great for making sure your cover letter for that job you're excited for lands perfectly.
Awesome. Let's be fake and deceive a person that is going to possibly hire me, so that when they hire me, they can then find out that I don't have great communication skills. So work on your communication skills so that you can do the work that you're being hired for. But they just said, hey, isn't this great? You can be fake. You can be fake with your future employer so that they can be upset with you. And like, what do? We spent this money to hire this person, Andy, or I'm sorry, let's go into Andy. Jenny Friss, why do we hire her? She's not really that great. We should have just hired iPhone.
And suggestions are shown in line, so you can go with a combination of flow and wording that works for you. Rewrite also helps you get the tone right. Have you ever reread a work email that you just wrote and thought, oh, this might not go over well? Well, now you can change the tone of that response.
You know what you can do, Justin? You can copy that, walk away, go get a cup of coffee, come back, and rewrite it
to your colleague to make it sound more friendly, professional, or concise. You can also describe how you'd like it rewritten.
It's still going to be written by Apple, the way Apple wants it to be communicated, not potentially how the vernacular and the style of your work environment is. It's just going to be how Apple thinks you should write.
For example, you can invite your friends to a get-together with a one-of-a-kind invitation, written as a poem. Who could say no to that? Another way writing tools can help you is with proofread. Say you're emailing your English professor. With proofread, you can...
So you're going to email your English professor with a fake AI-written response. That's awesome. Awesome, Apple. Great job, Justin.
Nail grammar, word choice, and sentence structure to put your best foot forward.
Hey, professor, I'm a robot.
You can review suggested edits and their explanations individually, or accept them all with a click. And if you're
Hey, professor, I haven't really learned anything from your class at all. Thank you. Please give me an A.
about to email a project status that has gotten quite long, use Summarize to bring out the key points, and then add them as a TLDR right at the top.
For people that aren't into acronym lingo, TLDR stands for too long, didn't read. So that's a smart ass way of responding to someone saying, I don't like what you wrote, and I'm not going to read it.
Nearly everywhere you write, including third-party apps. Apple Intelligence also powers Smart Reply in Mail. For example, when you need to RSVP to an event, you will now see suggestions for your response based on the email. If you say you'll be there, Mail identifies questions you were asked in the invite and offers intelligent selections so you can quickly choose your responses.
So you can't even respond to your friends and be authentic. You need to be fake. You have to have a computer. Why are your friends your friends, and why aren't they just a friend with your iPhone?
Your drafted response incorporates your answers. So with just a few taps, you're ready to send it off with all the right details. Finally, let's talk
Because you'd be wrong without Apple.
about how Apple Intelligence helps you stay on top of a busy inbox. We all deal with sorting through a ton of email every day. And now it's easier and faster than ever to browse your inbox. Instead of previewing the first few lines of each email that don't always convey the most useful information, you can now see summaries visible right from your email list. So without even opening the email, you'll know that your team is meeting on Thursday to discuss a new design. And if you jump into a particularly long email when you're in a hurry, you can tap to reveal a summary at the top of the email and cut right to the chase.
Apple's assuming that it knows everything. It knows everything. So it knows how to summarize everything perfectly so that you won't miss any details. But there are a lot of things that you might miss, especially if somebody's waiting for you to make a decision on something that they need to work on or respond to. And there's details in there, but hey, Mr. AI in your phone says that's not important. Here are the important things. These are the only important things. You should just delete it after you read these important things because we're smart and you're not.
We're also elevating priority messages. Apple Intelligence can understand the content of the emails you receive, determine what's most urgent, and surface it right at the top.
Again, Apple thinks they know what's more important in your life than you, that you just wander through life and you have no clue what are your priorities coming up for the rest of the day, for this week, and that they're going to uprank what they think is important and downrank what they think is unimportant, and you're going to miss stuff. And it's going to be important things, and you're going to impact other people. Both of you are going to probably be upset, but hey, they're intelligent, you're not.
Dinner invite for tonight, or a boarding pass for your trip this afternoon.
Oh, I forgot that I'm going to have dinner because I have dinner every night. And I have dinner with just all these people all the time that I wouldn't know that I'm going to have dinner with Florence. And probably because I'm flying to wherever Florence is, I would know that even more than anything else because I have to catch a flight today.
And deep understanding of language extends beyond your inbox into more places, like your notifications. First, just like in Mail, your priority notifications appear at the top of the stack.
Again, they're upranking,
letting you know what to
downranking.
pay attention to at a glance. And to make scanning your notifications faster, they're summarized. So when the group chat is blown up, you can quickly see that Savita booked the house and Leah is arriving early, right from your lock screen. Apple Intelligence also enables an all-new focus called Reduce Interruptions.
It knows what's important for you. So don't question it. Don't question it at all. Okay. You just shouldn't question it. It knows what's important for you. It's not even going to interrupt you unless it thinks it's important.
Understands the content of your notifications to selectively surface only the ones that might need immediate attention, like a text about today's daycare pickup. From catching up on priority notifications to staying present and focused with reduced interruptions and refining your words with writing tools, Apple Intelligence helps you save time in so many ways.
Apple's saving you time. So why are you upset? I mean, you're dumb, but we're smart. So we'll make it up for you. Okay. Be happy. So now we're going to talk about Genmoji. It's the image portion that Tim Cook talked about in the introduction. Here we go.
Leveraging the power of Apple Intelligence, you can create Genmoji on device right in the keyboard and match any moment perfectly. Just provide a description and you'll see your Genmoji appear right before your eyes, along with more options to choose from. This is great in those times when you're updating a friend about your relaxing weekend, getting the group chat excited about brunch, or complaining about the rowdy squirrel right outside your window. And
it is some of the most insulting images. They're just so fake. I don't want to live in Pixar all the time. I like some of the Pixar movies, but I don't want to feel like I'm in Pixar. And then that's my life and how I can express myself through images.
Because Apple Intelligence is aware of who's in your photo library, you can simply pick someone and create a Genmoji that looks just like them. These are perfect for sharing with friends as a sticker.
Why not just have your friend, who is a human being, be in your pictures and not be fake? Hey, I don't really like you. I like your fake part.
Reacting to messages with a tap back. And you can even add Genmoji inline in your messages. Let your imagination run wild as you create just the right Genmoji. And because it's so much fun to use images to express ourselves, we went even further with a new system experience we call Image Playground.
Ooh.
This is a new way to create playful images in just seconds. It's so easy to use, and we built it right into apps like Messages. To get started, you can choose from a range of concepts like themes, costumes, accessories, places, and more. When you select them, they get added to your playground. No need to engineer the perfect prompt. In a few seconds, you'll see Apple Intelligence creates a preview of what your image could look like. A moment later, you'll see more previews you can swipe through. This all happens on device, so
They are leading us towards the elimination of creativity. I love people's hand-drawn artwork. I like digital artwork too, but this is just computer-generated garbage, insulting to human intelligence, human experience.
have the freedom to experiment and create as many images as you want. This is great for quickly responding to your friends with just the right image. When you have a really specific idea in mind, you could just type a description to add it to your playground. And you can easily adjust which style you want to use. And choose from animation, sketch, or illustration. Whichever suits the vibe of your conversation. If you change your mind along the way, no problem. Just switch back and you'll see your previous previews. It's that simple. Since Apple Intelligence understands your personal context, you'll see suggestions for concepts related to your messages conversation.
They can't just have a conversation like, hey, you want to have dinner with me? You want to make it? Or do you want to get takeout?
Including you and people from your messages thread. When selected, it uses appearances from photos to add you or one of them to the image you're creating.
Oh, look, I really don't like you, Nikki. I like your fake self. There I am, a Miss Fake. Be yourself. Be authentic. You're friends because you enjoy the company of each other. So be yourself. Okay, now we're going to hear from Sebastian. He's the Vice President of Intelligent System Experience Engineering. A lot of very ambiguous titles at Apple.
To deeply understand and create images, Apple Intelligence unlocks some fantastic new experiences, like a brand new tool in the Notes app that we call Image Wand. Image Wand can transform a rough sketch into a polished image that complements your notes and makes them more visual.
So just like summarizing your emails or rewriting your text, your drawings are pretty crappy in Apple's opinion. So we're just going to make them perfect. And we're perfect because we're Apple. So you're just the best way to do it is to sketch it, illustrate it, or animate it. And this is the best thing because we're smart, because we have artificial intelligence and your human intelligence is inferior.
And it's available right in your tool palette. Suppose you want a better image for your architectural history course. With Image Wand, you can circle your rough sketch using Apple Pencil to open up an image playground within your note. Image Wand uses on-device intelligence to analyze your sketch and words and creates an image for you. What's really fun is that you can even circle empty space, and it will pull out context from the surrounding area to suggest the ideal image to go with your note.
We know what's ideal for you, okay? Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to write the whole paper for you. We're going to do the artwork. Actually, we don't need you. That might come someday.
It has never been easier to make your notes more visual and engaging. Apple Intelligence also helps us make the most out of our ever-growing photo libraries. First, we have an update to photo editing. We've all had that time when we thought we got the perfect shot and realized later it wasn't quite perfect. Now, the new cleanup tool will identify distracting objects in the background so you can make them disappear without accidentally changing your subject.
You can live life, but, we're just going to erase all these things. Those people are a part of your life. They're part of a moment. But no, your moments always have to be perfect in Apple's world. And I know that's an optional tool. We have to live in a fake world where everything has to be just right. Everything has to be Instagram moments. Wouldn't it be more of a story of why somebody, let's go back a second here. Why somebody had bagpipes right behind you? Isn't that kind of a story that you'd want to tell? But no, it ruined everything. It's not an Instagram moment. Now we get to hear back from Craig. This should be enlightening.
Apple Intelligence is truly unique in how it understands you and meets you where you are. And what you saw here is just the beginning. It enables so many more helpful features. For example, in the Notes app, you can now record and transcribe audio to capture detailed notes while staying present in the moment. And when your recording is finished, Apple Intelligence generates a summary to help you recall the key points at a glance. Recordings, transcriptions, and Apple Intelligence-powered summaries are also coming to the phone app. And when you start a recording in a live call, participants are automatically notified. So
This is going to be potentially scary. They don't describe it here, but what if you're not using an Apple phone? Then you're recording conversations that people aren't aware of. It's not a very trusting system.
No one is surprised. Apple Intelligence is available for free with iOS 18, iPadOS 18, and macOS Sequoia, bringing you personal intelligence across the products you use every day. Still, there are other artificial intelligence tools available that can be useful for tasks that draw on broad world knowledge or offer specialized domain expertise. We want you to be able to use these external models without having to jump between different tools. So we're integrating them right into your experiences. And we're starting out with the best of these, the pioneer and market leader,
ChatGPT, folks. Yes. I say no, but yay.
ChatGPT from OpenAI, powered by GPT-4o. First, we built support into Siri, so Siri can tap into ChatGPT's expertise when it might be helpful for you. For example, if you need menu ideas for an elaborate meal to make for friends using some freshly caught fish and ingredients from your garden, you can just ask Siri. Siri determines that ChatGPT might have good ideas for this, asks your permission to share your question, and presents the answer directly.
So while it is asking for your permission, according to this presentation here, at the beginning, they talked about how AI would be on your device. It's now starting to expand out of your device. So just be cautious. There might be some privacy things that you're going to run into. Also, there are tons of applications that people worked on for Apple. There's apps like Food Network, all these other great applications that are going to potentially go out of business. Because they're trying to teach you how to do quick searches for recipes, things of that nature, that people that spent time to actually research those recipes, create them, document them, and share them are going to miss out in sharing those experiences with you, potentially also losing revenue themselves. But this is another cheap way that Apple is circumventing those creative expressions, because I do believe I worked in the food industry for a long time. Food and food presentation and cooking and baking are creative endeavors for humans, and they're circumventing this.
You can also include photos with your questions. If you want some advice on decorating, you can take a picture and ask, what kind of plants would go well on this deck? Siri confirms if it's okay to share your photo with ChatGPT and brings back relevant suggestions. It's a seamless integration. In addition to photos, you can also...
And I would imagine in the future, it's going to say, and go to Home Depot. Don't go to your local florist or greenhouse, but go to Home Depot, because Home Depot will have these ferns for you. See where it's going? Big business helps big business.
Also ask questions related to your documents, presentations, or PDFs. We've also integrated ChatGPT into the system-wide writing tools with...
So again, they've integrated ChatGPT, but there's a lot of issues with ChatGPT. I'm very, very worried about this partnership.
Compose. You can create content with ChatGPT for whatever you're writing about. Suppose you want to create a custom bedtime story for your 6-year-old who loves butterflies and solving riddles. Put in your initial idea and send it to ChatGPT to get something back she'll love.
Be fake with your daughter. Hey, daughter, look at this poem in nursery rhyme that I just created. You're lying. They're basically saying you are not good at storytelling. So here, we're going to make a story for you. Like your daughter doesn't care if it's going to be published. Just tell them a story. They want to spend time with you. That's the main thing. And you're helping them with creativity and imagination.
Compose can also help you tap into ChatGPT's image capabilities to generate images in a wide variety of styles to illustrate your bedtime story.
Aw, we just illustrated with a fake artificial story, an artificial picture. It's very insulting.
You'll be able to access ChatGPT for free without creating an account.
But Craig smiles at you, and he has amazing eyebrows. So it's going to be okay.
Your requests and information will not be logged. And for ChatGPT subscribers, you'll be able to connect your account and access paid features right within our experiences.
Let's listen to that one more time because I hear what he's saying. I'm not calling him a liar, but it just doesn't sound right. So let's go back a couple 10 seconds or so.
And information will not be logged. And for ChatGPT subscribers, you'll be able to connect your account and access paid features right within our experiences.
So he says it won't be logged, but if you have an account with ChatGPT, you can connect it, which if you're connected, then wouldn't ChatGPT be logging this information? Again, I'm not calling him a liar. I don't have access to the source code. Just doesn't seem like it adds up.
Of course, you're in control over when ChatGPT is used and will be asked before any of your information is shared. ChatGPT integration will be coming to iOS 18, iPadOS 18, and macOS Sequoia later this year. We also intend to add support for other AI models in the future.
Here's a little quick subliminal message from Apple.
So that's Apple Intelligence, with tremendous benefits for developers and users. This is AI for the rest of us.
They take the A from Apple and I from Intelligence, and then AI for the rest of us. So it's Apple Intelligence, but it's artificial intelligence, making them one and the same. Here's another subliminal message of then Apple Intelligence makes you, you.
And Mac, intelligence grounded in the things that make you, you.
So there we have it. That's Apple's intelligence presentation from the WWDC 2024 Developer Conference. So these developers will be working to integrate these features into their applications as well. Again, I think it's very insulting to human intelligence where Apple is going with this. I think it's very dangerous. It's going to potentially lead to one of my fears for AI is that we're going to start losing base knowledge as humans, base knowledge on how to compose communications, how we interact with people, potentially mathematics. And I don't want it to sound like a Debbie Downer. I love some aspects of AI. I help support it. I use it in my day-to-day job, mostly through machine learning AI. Wonderful. But where it starts trying to replace your intelligence and your capabilities to think, I think that's a dangerous area to start going in supporting artificial intelligence. So what can you do? Well, you can say no by not implementing these features. I really hope that Apple allows you to disable these functions as the iOS updates. If not, I'm going to potentially start moving over to some other format for a phone. It may be the unplugged phone. It's supposed to be a very simplified phone. It will be very expensive. I have myself, my wife, and our 2 kids are on the Apple platform. We have a family account. So it's an expensive endeavor to switch off. We only update our phones. We actually went 7 years before updating our phones. We had to do it because our carrier forced us because of cell phone tower upgrades. But we're only about 1 year into our new phones. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. And again, hello Pangea. And until next time, thank you.